Welcome back to AI Advantage for Small Business, practical AI strategies for real small businesses. I'm Duarte, and today we're talking about a deceptively small idea that can raise perceived value. Short, truthful supplier stories. Quick micro story to begin. A neighborhood bakery added a 2-sentence origin line about a nearby mill on a pastry sign and on the POS receipt, then tracked add-on conversions for a week. Average add-on conversion rose noticeably, and customers mentioned the story in conversation. Simple change, measurable lift. Okay, let's dig into how to do that safely this weekend.
I love that. Hi everyone, I'm Sarah. Practically speaking, today we'll walk through what to prepare before you draft anything. 5 supplier facts you can verify, 1 product photo, and basic margin tiers, so you know what lift you need to justify a price or messaging change. We've got downloadable assets on the site, a source check checklist, 3 print-ready sign templates, staff delivery lines, and a 1-week pilot tracker.
Exactly. That downloadable kit is the shortcut. Don't skip the checklist. Quick roadmap for listeners. First, we pick minimal signals and permission rules. Then we use conservative AI to draft 3 short story formats. And finally, we place them in-store and online and run a tightly time-boxed pilot. Sarah, want to start with what facts actually matter?
Sure. When you're picking supplier facts, less is more. The facts that matter: geographic origin, where it's made, a simple craft detail, small batch, stone milled, a traceable name, but only if the supplier agrees to be named. Also the method, if it's a technique that customers can understand quickly. Don't include claims about health, organic status, or exclusivity unless you have certification or written permission.
Louis, as someone who runs a mill, what do you want businesses to ask before they put your name on a sign?
Thanks, Duarte. I want them to ask for 2 things, a quick factual check and permission to publish my name. Tell me what you plan to say, give me a copy, and if there's anything proprietary, I'll flag it. I'm fine with location and process, like stone milled nearby, but I don't want claims that suggest exclusivity or health benefits unless we've agreed and can prove it. That's why our 1-page source check checklist is tiny but strict. List the fact, source it, public website, invoice, or supplier confirmation. Note permission status and manager sign-off. If anything is ambiguous, redact it. This keeps relationships intact and reduces legal risk.
Perfect. Now on to topic 2, how to actually draft 3 short story formats with AI while staying conservative. I'll summarize the 3 formats we use. The origin line, 1 sentence that says where the ingredient comes from, the craft detail, a quick call out about how it's made, and the maker quote, a single sentence quote attributed to the supplier or maker, kept factual. The key is templates and a human edit checklist.
Here's a practical prompt structure for AI. Give the model only verifiable facts you've listed. Ask for 3 variants per format. Limit each to 10 to 12 words for signs, and include a short human edit checklist output that flags any unverifiable claims or superlatives. Always ask the AI to avoid words like best, miracle, cure, rare, unless you can prove them. I'd remove keeps more of the grain's texture, unless we can back that technically, too close to a health claim. For the quote, make sure Luis actually said those words. Replace daily with regularly, unless Luis confirms daily. Small edits like that keep it honest and defensible. If you want to quote me, feel free to use, "We mill regularly from locally grown wheat." That's accurate, and I can sign off on it. I appreciate that you asked first.
Great. That's the supplier quick check in action. Now, topic 3, where to place these short stories, what staff should say, and how to measure. Sarah, do you want to lead the placements and staff lines?
Placements should be low friction and visible. Shelf cards on product displays, a 2-line addition on the POS receipt, a small sign at the counter, and 1 social post linking to a fuller story on your site. Staff lines should be short and natural. 2 options. 1, this uses flour from Maple Valley Mill. Our bakers love it. Or 2, if you like the crust, that's the stone-milled flour from a mill nearby. Keep it conversational, not salesy. From my pilot last month, short staff lines were critical. We trained 14 members for 10 minutes and did a quick role play. When a cashier used the line naturally, customers responded with curiosity rather than suspicion. We saw a steady increase in add-on purchases for the item with the sign. Small lifts, but enough to matter in margin dollars.
Tell us specifics, Maya. What did you measure and what moved the needle?
We tracked conversion on the add-on across a week. Baseline was 12% add-on. Week of the pilot, it moved to 17%. Margin per sale on that item went up about 9% overall because we sold more at the same price. We also asked one question on the receipt survey. Did the story make you more likely to try this? 30% said yes. It felt authentic because we'd run the supplier check first, so staff believed it and delivered it honestly. And operationally, we recommend a 3-step 1-week pilot. Day 0, get supplier sign-off and print 1 sign. Day 1 through 3, soft launch and staff role play. Day 4 through 7, measure conversion and sentiment. Then manager sign-off to continue or pause. Time boxing keeps you from overcommitting before you know the result.
All right, panel practicals. We'll do a quick live demo of sanitize, draft, and supplier check. Maya, give us one fact from your supplier notes, and we'll sanitize it and make the 3 short story outputs.
Luis sent a note that their mill uses stone grinding and sources wheat from 3 nearby farms. He gave permission to mention a local mill name, but asked to avoid organic and single source claims.
Sanitize step. We translate that to verifiable bits. Stone grinding, process, local farms within the county, location, permission granted to name the mill. Redaction rule. Remove any unverified terms like single source or organic. Now a quick draft for each format. Origin line, flour from Maple Valley Mill, milled nearby. Craft detail, stone milled for a heartier crust. Maker quote, we work with nearby farms to mill fresh flour, says Louise. Sarah, would you run these by the quick check?
Check. Origin. Okay. Location and mill name are permitted. Craft detail. Heartier crust is a sensory claim, not a health claim, but be cautious. If it implies a technical benefit, change to adds texture, which is safer. Quote, fine if Louise signs off. So edit craft detail to stone milled for added texture. Manager sign-off required before printing. I can sign off on the edited lines. We work with nearby farms to mill fresh flour is accurate, and I'm comfortable with adds texture. Appreciate the careful wording.
Quick role play of staff delivery. Sarah, you're the cashier. Maya, you're the customer. Keep it natural.
Hi there. If you like flaky croissants, this one uses flour from Maple Valley Mill, stone mill to add texture. It's just next to the counter if you want to try one. That sounds good. Short and curious, not pushy. I'd respond with curiosity and pick one up. In the pilot, we trained for this exact cadence, and it made staff comfortable recommending without sounding salesy.
Nice. Quick wrap. Remember the safety rules. Get supplier permission. Stick to verifiable facts. Redact any health or exclusivity claims. And time box the pilot with manager sign-off. If you want the source check checklist, 3 sign templates, staff lines, and the 1-week pilot tracker, go to the show website and download the kit. Everything we mentioned is there.
One final operational note. Monitor customer sentiment daily. Use a 1-question survey on receipts or a quick verbal check. If negative signals climb, pause and review with the supplier. This keeps trust intact and protects staff from awkward pushback.
And before we go, small teaser for next time. We'll take a winning source story and show how to turn it into a low-cost recurring local campaign that keeps customers coming back. You'll see how to scale one honest line into a monthly program without fatigue. Okay, that's a cliffhang for our next episode.
Thanks for sharing the toolkit. Trying this over a weekend made it feel doable. I hope other owners test it. Small wins add up. And from the supplier side, we appreciate the care. When businesses involve us early, it strengthens the relationship, and the story feels real. That's what customers pick up on.